It's just a problem with the jack. Anyways, this is Hear Me Out.
We broke the first rule of
Okay.
Hear Me Out.
Let's talk about clothing in the summer.
Let's. Well, that's
And
ironic.
why it's so hard to find something to wear that doesn't make you sweat.
Well, it's ironic that you were mentioning that because we're currently in Antarctica
We
on
should be
location.
we're talking very loud because it's very windy.
It's over the wind that is here now and not added in later. Yeah, like that gust of wind that came in to be a part of the conversation.
This is like those Geico commercials in the Antarctic.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that commercial where the guy.
We thought we would
brought
do
his
the
karaoke
responsible
machine.
thing and return the penguins to their home.
Yeah, that one needed to go home extra bad.
That one was
apparently.
constipated.
Yeah, it's
Like
no.
everyone sitting at this table
Yeah.
right now.
This table that we set up in
The
Antarctica.
rations are pretty rough.
Why
All
would
they
you-
can do is cheese.
It's been a
just-
Chipotle sponsored of it.
This podcast.
Wouldn't that be the opposite of
I know, you're right.
Today's
why
podcast
would-
is sponsored by.
It's all frozen. That's
White
the
bread.
problem. So
But why would Zach assume we wouldn't have a table in the Arctic?
That's a good point. Yeah, we needed to set up.
We're not outside, are we?
No, I'm glad
We're in
you.
a base.
No, I'm glad you brought the table because I left everything there.
I'm glad
my
we're
pleasure,
describing
man.
for everyone where we are.
Yeah, well, it's a podcast.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? See it?
Yeah, ha! Freaking idiots.
Nerds.
It's not see me out.
Yeah,
It's hear me out.
yeah, we're gonna ride that joke
Can you
into the
guys hear?
ground.
Can you guys hear the table? It's really loud.
Yeah,
Can you hear it? If you really tune in, like if you open yourself up to it, you can hear the frequency.
yeah, right there. There, nobody can do that. Pearson, describe for people who can't see this what's going on outside.
Oh, what's going on outside?
Yeah, as we're returning these penguins.
There's wind, and you can't see the wind naturally.
Not even in real life.
No, it's
not just a podcast problem.
See, we have something in common in this situation. We can't see the wind. You can't see the wind, but
Yeah.
you can hear the wind as well as us. So it's kind of a bonding experience in that way.
Yeah.
Between us and our listeners. Listener.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex. Yeah, it's there's snow
Yeah.
and penguins.
Yeah. Oh, we could hear that. Oh, let's listen up. Oh, no penguins, I guess. So, I'm Zach, and with me is
Pearson.
Anne,
Evan.
and special guest,
Susie,
and extra special guest.
Connor.
Yeah, one of the many Connors that will likely be on the show in the future. We know several too many. In a future episode, we have planned a gauntlet where all the Connors will fight each other and only one will remain.
And because I'm the true android, I will win.
You will not be able to see it.
He is
You just hear it.
but you'll be able to feel it.
You'll be able to
Kind of like the
feel
wind.
Emotionally.
He's the true
And
Connor.
God.
That was such an awkward introduction.
No, that was great.
We have the true Connor here.
Yes.
Um,
Connor Alpha. Yeah. 1.0.
As opposed to
Did-
Connor Beta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that apparently the whole study that established alpha and beta, whatever, in the wild was basically disproved?
Really?
Yeah, it's actually this systemic problem in science that's been happening recently where people will do a study, find a result, sounds good, and because there's so much pressure to publish and get your study in journals and whatever,
Yeah.
nobody's double checking these results.
Huh.
And so recently they've been going back and double checking all these studies.
Yeah.
And it's an insane amount
Yeah.
that have not been able to be duplicated. And that was one of them, was
Really?
the alpha and the beta.
So all those people who've been calling me a beta are wrong.
It's completely false, at least in the animal kingdom.
Oh.
I mean, you're clearly a beta.
I mean, okay, well, I'll hear you out because that's clearly a crazy idea, which is the point of the podcast. And hear me out. We take all the bad ideas we got and defend them to the death. We'll come up with a more, Connor's the only
Connor
one
will
going
defend
to
our
death.
ideas to the
Yeah. Yeah, he'll take our ideas. We sponsor him in the Connor Off, as it's called, the annual Connor Off.
It's like the Hunger Games, but only for Connor.
And we'll be taking side bets on some social.
I got
media,
my money on
probably.
Connor. How about you?
Probably Connor.
Really? That's
Yeah.
sort
That's
of the
my- he's my
underdog.
dark horse.
That's the underdog this year. Is Connor.
See, I have my money on Mark.
Yeah, there's always a mark that sneaks their way in there.
Mac.
Yeah, it's really easy because on the sign-up sheet you just have to write your name as
Oh,
Connor.
speaking of Mark, that reminds me, we have another guest.
Yeah?
Mark Wahlberg is in
Yeah.
the studio today. He's wandering around.
Uh-huh.
We'll probably
Where is
see
he?
him at some point.
Yeah, at some point he's lurking around. Did you see that? He did an exercise video.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
the
I've
best
seen
thing
it.
ever.
Yeah, no, that was pretty. Pow! And then the end of the video is just him getting into a jacuzzi with a bunch of girls. Like, this is why I exercise. This is the only reason.
That's why I exercise. Come on.
Is it so you could get in a jacuzzi with
Mark
Mark Wahlberg?
Wahlberg or with girls?
Or a bunch- okay.
Gotcha. That makes
I mean,
sense.
come on.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we all have something in common.
We all have something to.
I don't
confess
exercise.
here, people. Let's just let it out.
So let's get to our first little friendly debate thing. I sent you guys the thing. I don't know if you guys actually checked it out.
Didn't read it.
We
That's
didn't
what I
send
thought.
the thing to a couple.
It was something about Olympics, right?
I didn't get it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know you were gonna be here. That's why you're the extra special guest. I thought you were training for the Connor off. Anyways,
I
so
don't need to train for that.
hey, I got a question for
Drew
y'all.
Connor doesn't train.
Yeah. You
What's
wanna
up?
you wanna know what question I got?
What do you got?
I hate the Olympics, and I know it's not really a relevant topic right now because the Olympics aren't really close to. Well, they could be close depending on when we upload this. I think we need to drive more people to watch the Olympics. We need to add new events. They added skateboarding and like 20 more types of running to the Olympics. If you wanted to make the Olympics more exciting, what sort of sport, real or fake, would you add to make it more accessible to?
Patty LARPing.
I think the Connor off is a good addition.
Wait, no.
Okay, you can't just drop patio LARPing.
No.
And
You
walk
definitely
away
need to
from
explain
it.
yourself what the heck you're talking about.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know,
Everyone.
people who are, do they call them Patty LARPers?
You're still not explaining what it is.
It is people who.
Wait, do you guys seriously not know what it is?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I'm explaining this
So
to you
everyone's
real
just gonna
life.
pretend like they know what it is, even though no one knows what it is.
No, I know what it is. It's people who dress up in medieval costumes
Yeah.
and take out fake weapons and duel with and there's various rules and different kinds.
What does
It's
it
like at
stand
medieval
for? Isn't
fairs.
it like something live action role playing?
Yeah, but what's the
Yes.
difference between LARPing and patty LARPing? Because I LARP all the time.
I don't know.
Okay. Is it just adding an extra?
You have a computer in front of you.
Oh crap! Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's live action role playing where you are, instead of just role playing a character as in role playing tabletop games, you're out in full costume with fake weapons, and none of which you are good at. And
Isn't that essentially just theater?
it's unpracticed theater.
It's improv fighting,
It's improv.
but that's normal fighting also. So it's
It's extra improv because these guys don't know how to fight.
Okay, but what if you
So
got
you're
some
improvising.
really? What if we had the Connors Patty LARP?
Exactly. Like if you had real
Some true fighters.
medieval.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. If you have them in the Olympics and these are actually
So you could
trained
combine
fighters,
them. You could only recruit people to
It's
the Olympics
basically-
who are named Connor.
It's fighting with a story behind it. It's
Exactly.
WWE.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that would make the Olympics more interesting because you're involving the athletic portion of it, but then you're also adding some interesting character and flavor into it.
yeah.
I
So
would
you
like
could
to,
judge on creativity and on skill.
I mean, I like anything with flavoring. So don't read into that.
Connor.
I would really like to point out what Zach said is that all fighting is improv. That's actually not right. In the Napoleonic Wars, as well as a lot of the Civil Wars,
idiot.
they were fought at.
Yeah.
They would just line up and shoot at each other, but it was a very civil
He
matter.
kills on the field and on the table.
Okay. I feel like countries that don't have.
Which country would be the best at Patty LARPing? That's the real question.
Well, no. Okay. Well, with the
Obviously, Norway.
Obviously.
I was gonna say Sweden. That's pretty
Oh,
close.
thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
the Connor related thing, there's certain like that name is way more common in some countries than it is in other
which
countries.
country has the most Connors? That's who's gonna win.
I feel like it's America. Is it like a German name or something?
It's a
like
very
that?
Scottish name.
It's a Scottish name.
Ah,
Okay, so like Scotland.
like Conor McGregor.
Connor.
Yeah.
Conor.
McGregor.
Connor. That's not a
Hi,
person.
Connor.
Hi.
You want a wee drink?
I'm looking up where
Connor
the name
Murphy.
Connor's most common, and I ain't finding nothing. Do you
Scotland.
exist? Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's Gaelic in origin. So like all the Gaelic countries, Scotland, Ireland, North Ireland, which is a different country, It's Wales? Is that no? They speak
Wales?
Welsh in Wales.
Wales.
Yeah. So, hey, actually, I just honestly found this right now. Connor Dwyer, born 1989 in Winnetka, Illinois, is an American swimmer and an Olympic gold medalist. So there's already Connors in the Olympics. So do we take sort of, man, we keep referencing Hunger Games like in every episode. Do we take all the from the victor's circle, whatever it's called, all the past Connors and make them fight each other? So you're gonna have to fight Olympians.
I have a question.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I have a question. Which of the Olympic event Connors would be the easiest to defeat?
Easiest to defeat, the one that does like the jump where they jump on one leg and then jump twice on the other leg. That guy doesn't have a distinct advantage.
Like the long jump?
No, it's not the long jump. It's literally like they jump 3 times in a row in succession with one
triple
another.
jump.
Is that what? That sounds right, or that might be me thinking about Super Mario.
No.
I would like to say shot put or discus.
Shot. Well,
That just seems like a useless Olympic.
do they get to use the
No.
shot put in the fight?
No.
Okay, well then that might.
I mean, if we're thinking Hunger Games style
I don't know.
fight,
They can palm you really hard or backhand you really hard.
They're really good at throwing things.
Yeah, excessively good at throwing things.
yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
feel
a
like
little
we've
too
lost
good.
our way a bit here.
No, we're.
What's
no,
another
no,
Olympic
hear me out.
event?
Hey, I didn't hear you talk about your
Yeah,
Olympic
what do you think,
sport.
Evan?
Oh, the Olympic yelping.
You think that's actually gonna get people to
Like
watch?
what? Like writing Yelp reviews
I think it will
or
definitely
yelling?
get publicity.
It'll bring out all the
It'll,
parents.
okay, so here's the thing. It's Yelp where you say it out loud instead of putting it on the internet.
Okay, so you lose your anonymity.
Exactly.
So it's like a courage-based thing.
I don't know. I just looked around and I saw Yelp. I don't have any hear
Do they
me out
have-
here. I'm not passionate about this.
Do they have anything like handball or foursquare in the Olympics? Like some of the playground
okay,
kind of
some
games?
playground sports.
Or like,
That's a
what
good
if
point.
they did Red Rover?
Do they have
as an
tag?
Olympic sport? Olympic Red
Olympic
Rover.
Red Rover, and you call people over. How do you win in Red Rover? And this is like in all seriousness, I never got called over, so I'm not sure.
I don't know how. the
Is how
game
you win is you don't be the only one left on the other side of the field.
I don't know.
I don't even remember that game. It like brings
Red
back the
Rover, Red
faintest
Rover.
memory. Yeah, I remember.
Please
some
bring
sort of
Zachary over.
Some chanting or something. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Isn't it all
What
the
school
guys-
did you go to?
What I remember about Red Rover is
Public.
it
How was it
Yeah.
played, Evan?
essentially was a game for students to try to decapitate other students.
Yeah.
Because you make a line and you hold hands to hand
Uh-huh.
out, and then they have to basically run at your arms at full speed.
Yeah.
And if they break your arms, they
Yeah.
win. If they don't, and they just smash into your arm
then
and
they
their
get
neck, and they
clotheslined.
fall.
Yeah.
And they lose.
So it's testing students' clotheslining abilities. It was
Yeah.
it was a sport invented to see if which kids would be best as professional wrestlers.
Is that gonna be one of those things that you find out like, oh yeah, that was made in like the Renaissance time?
I
and it
want to
was,
see the Will Smith. What was the concussion movie that he did?
Concussion.
What's that? What
It's called Concussion.
But it's about Red Rover, and there's all these kids getting.
Yeah.
So that means those humans born with denser bones would have a distinct advantage.
Yeah, you mean big boned people.
No. There's an actual
What?
genetic modification where your bones are 8 times denser.
No, that's Unbreakable. That was
that's
with
what-
Bruce Willis.
No, that's an actual.
It's not a documentary.
They can't swim.
Unbreakable is not a documentary.
Hey, hear him out.
Oh, yeah, we should hear him out.
breaking the rules.
Sorry.
Yeah, so they would have a distinct advantage because their bones are much stronger, much denser. So if
Yeah.
someone smacks into their arm, they're just gonna fall off. Their arm's
Wait,
not gonna
maybe
move.
it's sort of like those dystopian things where in every YA novel there's like a test to sort you into some sort of school or something like that, and like this is how they sort out who has big bones.
So you just throw them into a pool because they can't swim.
oh,
Their bones are too dense.
Quentin, my younger brother. Likely, if you're listening to this, you know exactly who I am already. He can't swim at all. He like immediately starts sinking.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been like a problem he's had since he's a little kid. And he just
we should try breaking his bones.
he
What
would
happens?
wear he would wear like life vests, and they would just like come up and choke him because he kept sinking down.
Okay, I just had an idea. What are some of the most popular videos on YouTube?
Yeah.
Cat.
The try. I think that was like 5 years ago. The try not to videos.
Yeah. Oh,
If
yeah.
you
yeah.
add try not tos into the Olympics,
Try not to laugh.
try not to laugh challenges.
Try not to cringe.
Try not to cringe challenge.
I am a gold medal Olympic. Try not to laugh.
So, is it like a gymnastics thing where it's one person goes up at a time, or is it one country versus another?
I think it should be an elimination thing where everyone's in it and
Yeah.
you get eliminated until
okay.
there's one man standing.
I got it.
You can't do country style because then the Asian countries would win because of their high esports.
Yeah, I
Their
don't.
concentration is unbreakable.
I don't want to hear you out.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Digest Chipotle faster.
Yeah.
We took a quick break, and after the break, we'd like to have a word from our sponsor,
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Thank you for shopping at Vons.
Yeah.
Always take your items below the register. Don't forget your receipt. And thank you for shopping with us.
We brought in a self-checkout Vons machine to do that for us because we couldn't get the actual lady, so it was actually more cost effective
We stole a cash
to get the
register.
machine.
We left the money. We just stole the machine.
Yeah.
We needed the voice.
Yeah, and here's
Unattended item in baggage area.
We may or may not have taken the coupons.
yes, the ones that they
There is
printed.
no comment on that.
Yeah, those.
Always make a U-turn when I tell you to.
Oh. And we also have like a TomTom or a Siri in here with us as well.
In 200 yards, change conversation.
And here's Mark Wahlberg with the Chipotle thing.
Marky Mark, what's up, my man?
Hey, how's your mom?
She's great, Mark.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why she's so great?
Why?
Because she went to Chipotle. Yeah, she went to Chipotle. Yeah, it's good. Doesn't give you diarrhea no more.
You know you shouldn't go in a jacuzzi within 24 hours of having
Actually,
diarrhea.
it says 14 days. My cousin and I already did a joke about that on it.
Wait, it says,
It says you shall not enter the pool if you've had active diarrhea
Yeah.
within the last 14 days.
I
Shall
need,
not.
Does that
Shall
Chipotle
not.
cause any sort of problem with your jacuzzi?
And then it says sponsored by Chipotle.
What is active diarrhea? What is inactive diarrhea?
my diarrhea is dormant for the moment.
Diarrhea movie?
Yeah.
Exploding.
This
I would like to quote for the record that was my joke.
this diarrhea has laid dormant for 10 years. We're waiting for the big one.
I think that's just
Isn't that what happened at the Oregon Trail? It was dormant.
Yeah, well that's
that's
dysentery.
just called constipation.
Yeah.
Guys,
Inactive
there
diarrhea
are supplements
is
you can take if you
constipation.
have problems. We'll discuss that in another episode.
In another episode.
How have your bowel movements been, Pearson?
Decent lately.
Can you give us any advice?
Pretty consistent. Fiber,
What kind of fiber
but not too much.
specifically?
Like if you can overeat fiber.
That is true, and it can
then-
cause the opposite effect.
Yes, it's the wrong thing.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No. You need Charmin.
Sure.
After
Charmin
eating too
is-
And
much.
we
This
have another.
episode sponsored by Charmin.
We have another
Charmin.
celebrity, a real person to talk about Charmin. And here he comes through the
bear.
door.
The bear that
Wow, look, it's you!
How did we get you?
You're
Whoa.
so soft.
Except it's the Arctic version. It's a polar bear.
Oh, it's a polar bear
my-
this time.
Oh my god! Oh, he ate one of the penguins!
Oh no! They're living entirely different parts of the world with the same biome. How did we not see this coming?
Oh, the polar bear is constipated now from the penguin.
This is way longer
Does
than I
anybody
thought
have any Charmin?
any poop joke would get.
Maybe we can clean up the
Bears
blood.
love Charmin.
Who asked for the toilet humor?
I don't.
This is our
Definitely not me.
toilet humor episode.
Yeah, but Pearson does have a segment that is related to.
Yeah. Do I? I don't have one related to poop.
No, but you,
Well,
it doesn't have to be related to poop.
The first product is again something that you can buy on Amazon, and it's called Moscato, spelled Moscato,
Yeah.
and it is wine for cats.
Oh,
Moscato.
what? Every time you start one of these segments, it starts off going, it's like, why is this a bad product?
Yeah.
And then it immediately.
Wine for cats.
Wine
So
isn't
that
a
you
bad
don't have
product.
to be lonely.
But wine not?
Oh.
There's a Riesling for everything, guys.
Oh.
Then
bored. Don't do that again.
Do they have whiskey for cats?
It's-
Or should I say whiskers?
Or would it be Friskies? But it's called
So let me tell you about
Now,
Moscato.
for this for horses, it would be Cabernet.
Oh man, okay.
Wow, this is a deeper
Wait,
well.
this
than I thought it would
podcast
be.
has been toilet humor and puns.
Yeah.
This is the level of comedy we have
Cat
here.
Burnet. All right, so
Yeah.
Is your cat an
this
alcoholic?
wine is non-alcoholic, but
Wait, it's not alcoholic.
but it does say that it will get your cat a little loopy. It's
Does it have
made
catnip in it?
from beets and herbs like catnip.
Is this a way for me to drug my cat and not feel bad?
Yes.
Can you use it on humans?
So it's like so it would be addictive for cats because it's made of catnip.
What happens if you give a cat normal wine?
And they die.
Just go.
Well, okay, so someone
Yeah.
obviously tried that. I was like, I wish I could start giving my cats wine and
here's
they
what
don't die.
Here, I have a solution how we can figure out what happens.
Yeah.
We take a cat, give it a bunch of wine, put it in a box.
No, we're not doing this conversation. man.
Schrodinger's alcoholic cat.
Yeah. Has he sobered up or is he still an alcoholic?
Is he? Yeah.
It could be. He could be both.
Is he a lightweight or a heavyweight?
Or we could not abuse animals and use the internet.
Why don't we try it on humans?
We on Hear Me Out do
I don't
not
know.
Put them in a
condone
box.
the abuse of animals.
Do not put your cats in a box with alcohol. It will kill them. Yeah,
Wow.
alcohol is poisonous to animals.
Wow.
What?
You know what I have always found funny? That dogs can literally eat almost anything, including
Yeah.
like poop or whatever. But if you give
Yeah.
them chocolate,
I know.
They
Yeah.
just die.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
brown.
that's so weird to me.
Same
would think-
consistency.
Guys, why is chocolate brown?
You know, colors.
These are the questions I never asked. as a
Colors
kid,
and
so I don't
flavors.
know the answer.
Color is a
This is the
concept.
time.
Colors and flavors aren't associated with each other.
They're so associated. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why not
No
crack
one
a
has
cold one with your cat?
Yeah.
Crack open a cold one with your
So what? Okay. I don't want this.
cat. Right.
Why
not?
should I want this?
You want this because your cat will love it. It's like how cats love catnip. And it's adorable to see them like obsess over it. And
Well, it's for when all of your friends are recording a podcast, you can drink with your cat at home and not feel bad about it.
Oh, exactly.
or you know,
Yeah.
maybe
Nice
you
tie-in.
can maybe you can take a swig. It
Maybe-
might taste good.
Yeah, maybe I could just buy it for myself. Oh wait, no, I got it. I can. People always think I'm an alcoholic, but now I can have all this cat wine, and people are just like, "Oh, he just really likes hanging out with this cat," but I'm drinking it.
Exactly.
Now the weird part is I don't own a cat.
I wonder if it would be a
But no one
DUI.
else has to know that.
Yeah, it's like, "Hey, where's your cat?" It's like, "Oh, you know,
He's at the bar.
the
He's
wine
really shy. He's always under the bed.
Yeah,
He doesn't really
got
like
it.
people.
You know, next
Handler.
time on Hear Me Out, we will be testing this cat wine.
Yes, on our penguins.
No, on ourselves.
Maybe,
We do not
maybe we'll-
condone animal abuse.
Yeah, no, we don't condone it, but we do it.
Cut that out.
Don't cut that out.
Yeah, our next product.
Is it
Yours,
okay to
Peter.
abuse imaginary animals like
No,
penguins?
the penguins are right there.
I'm not talking about these penguins are obviously real.
Like how in Electrician there's imaginary numbers, and we have imaginary animals that have an effect on the real world.
But like, let's say they were on a radio show, which is completely different from podcasting.
Yeah.
They were pretending to have penguins in their studio.
Yeah, like a bunch of weirdos.
Would it be ethical to abuse those imaginary penguins?
Find out next time.
It depends on the radio show.
It's true.
Okay.
It depends on how imaginary
on.
they are.
Yeah.
Like, can we all see them, but no one else can?
I don't know.
Or
Do you have another crappy product?
I have a great product for you. It's by a company called J-A-Y. And this is for the person who has everything. This is intended as a gift. You can buy it on Amazon. I think it's around $10 if I'm not mistaken. And it is a small package about the size of your hand. And it's nothing. Absolutely nothing in a package. Yeah.
So, is it because like if I want to move, I can pick up boxes from like Stater Brothers or something?
No, it's like a small like package, like like you know how they have a package with a cardboard backing and a little plastic thing on the front
What?
that contains the whatever's in it. It's that, but there's nothing in it.
Can you show me?
Yeah.
Wait, this is just a white screen.
nothing.
We actually ordered this. It's right here.
That's that what that was? I thought that was an empty space on the table.
No, and it says on the front, I can read you exactly what it says. It says, "Congratulations, you've received the gift of nothing. absolutely nothing. It is the ultimate minimalism. Less is more, more is less, or more or less.
Minimalism in like describes the fact that there is something is just the most minimal form
Yeah.
of that something.
It says nothing is precious. Nothing
So
is
hear me
simple.
out.
Nothing
I am
is sacred.
extremely against minimalism.
Yeah.
What's
Like
wrong with-
fundamentally against minimalism.
Okay, I'm
to
listening.
everything.
Okay, we're hearing you
Why?
out.
I didn't know.
He's not going to add anything. That's all he has to
That's all
say.
it was.
But I have something to say. If I got that, you know what my reaction would be?
Thank you.
I have nothing. I don't.
Is this like one of those joke cards where it's just like it's like a funny way to
It's-
like break up with someone?
No, it's more of a
Oh,
it's a
don't bring back
philosophical
bad
statement.
memories.
No, it's a philosophical statement. It's supposed to be
Scam.
It's a
It's-
scam. Yeah.
it says nothing is yours to discover.
This is sort of like when this is when Hershey's was putting holes in it because like when it's aerated it tastes better.
It kind
It's-
of
Your
is,
Honor,
though. The
it's the
experience
only
is good.
thing-
It's not a
You're in the
pyramid.
chocolate, bubble chocolate.
It's a philosophical statement.
Yeah, you're buying a philosophy.
It's the only this product is the only thing standing between you and your goals and dreams.
Nothing?
Yeah. It was the
Wow.
inspiration for Shakespearean comedy.
what?
Yeah.
I
I'm
feel like
pretty sure Shakespeare
This
had
is actually very
inspiration.
profound.
no.
I think everyone should have a nothing.
No.
I think everyone
have nothing.
needs nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
So Zach, how
is-
many of those
is
did
a
you have
sacred
to buy
product?
before you truly had nothing?
Wow.
None?
None?
I own one. I know nothing right now. So do I own that? Did I steal from them? Do I own their IP now because I also have nothing and I'm also selling nothing on Amazon? Did it make any sort of money?
Yeah.
How?
It's like a
It's like a gimmick.
Is it a novelty thing or are people
Yeah.
actually into
Yeah,
it?
it's
No,
like how you can send your enemies a envelope full of glitter.
yeah.
Oh,
That's more
a great
useful.
idea.
Yeah, that would be.
What would you do? Okay,
But that's
here's
not
a
a
great
bad
question
product.
to ask. If you got sent an envelope of, or is it envelope? That's another question for another
Now
day.
hear me
I have
out.
a lot of
Now
opinions.
hear me
It's
out.
envelope.
What would you do? What would you do with an envelope full of glitter? What's the first thing you would do?
Open
Let's
it.
keep it G-rated.
Wait, why are you just like immediately
do we
like
need that
just clear? We're all thinking the same thing. Let's
I
keep
know
our
what
mind
you're
out of the
thinking,
gutter.
Zach. Shut it down.
Well, and it wasn't
Shut it
PG.
down.
It was G-rated.
Okay.
Sorry.
We need you to
Hello,
say
and welcome to the Teletubbies podcast.
Yeah.
Right to the club. I got all this
PG and
glitter.
below.
Has anyone ever tried to swallow glitter and how quickly did they die?
Why would I know that?
I
Yeah.
don't believe it's toxic.
Isn't glitter originally made of shards of metal? It was like tiny
Oh,
scraps
that does
of metal.
Not sound good.
Isn't that
Doesn't
what?
mean it's toxic. It's just inedible.
That's a good point. This brick isn't toxic, but that guy died when he tried to swallow it whole in one bite.
If you chop it up, it'll be fine.
That's a good point. I've always been confused about that, and this
Glitter
isn't.
was plastic.
This isn't for the sake of it. I think it used to be metal, but this isn't for the sake of a joke. I used to be so genuinely confused when people would say, "Yeah, you need more iron in your diet," and I was super concerned when I'd see like on my cereal box it would say like has this much iron, because that sounds like it's a dangerous endeavor. Like when they say like when they had that problem that likely doesn't exist anymore during Halloween when people would put razors in apples. First of all, who's handing out apples on Halloween?
People with
the-
razors.
But
it's
how do you get a razor into an apple where someone can bite it?
it's a supply and demand sort of thing. Like oh, we have all these razors, we need more apples.
Yeah, exactly.
I have one more product
Okay, one
that
more.
we can talk about. It's by a company that's actually fairly popular.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're making your segment like twice as long as it should
No,
be.
it's
That's the
it's
whole
about
purpose.
That's a nice way of saying it should have ended a while ago.
It's a nice way of saying this is boring. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Pearson.
I'm sorry, I hired you for this job that you weren't qualified for.
I mean, we were all having a good time.
It's a company that does many different products that
Yeah.
you would see at like Bath and Body Works, things
Yeah.
like that. And it's called Spray on Spice.
Ooh,
It's like a pumpkin spice
latte. but for your
latte
skin.
kind of scent that you would spray on as a on you as a
Oh, so it's not for food.
I mean, it
for
could
the
be
body.
for food.
Oh, well, can
Okay, well,
For your
there's
body.
a difference between for humans and for food.
Yeah.
well, not if you're a cannibal.
Well,
True.
that is
Now hear me out.
Very true.
If you are what you eat, are cannibals the only people that are actually people?
They're double people.
Maybe we're all wrong.
But hear this. It doubles as bronzer.
Wow. Now that I've got to have.
It's pumpkin
Pumpkin
spice
spice.
scented bronzer.
So wait, isn't it this just like weird deodorant?
Well, but here's the thing.
No.
When do people like pumpkin spice? Usually in the
Fall.
colder
All
months,
the
the fall
time.
months,
Yeah.
when there's not as much sun out.
Yeah.
So that does actually kind of make sense.
But then everyone's gonna be suspicious, like, wow, why does he have such a thick tan? And it's the
I
dead
don't
of
think
winter.
I have. You really think if you saw someone who was tan
Yeah.
and they smelled like pumpkin spice, you would go, "What's going on here?"
If they have like a thick bronzer thing going on,
You would think that there's a connection between those two elements.
It
Yes.
doesn't have to be thick. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's a
Maybe
good point.
it's a
If it was like a
tasteful
thin-
amount of pumpkin
Now-
Yeah,
spice.
when you put on bronzer, you only put a tiny bit. It's like, it's just this little like glow, this tiny little
Thank you,
glow,
Susie, for the
extra little
insight.
something. You know.
So Connor, you
speaking from a person that wears
you
makeup.
cook, and I assume other people here besides me cook and or bake. Why can't I use like Pam spray on butter and spray that on my toast? It's spray on butter,
Because it's not real butter. It's a cooking oil.
so it's false
designed-
advertising.
Yes and no. So butter is just oil milk. Is it milk?
Yeah, it's milk based.
What?
Milk.
Dairy based.
It's milk, oil, and just like usually cream or salt or something in it like that. Where that Pam cooking spray is just the oil. It doesn't have dairy in it because it's a more preserved version of it. So
I see.
it
So it'd be like putting
simulates-
vegetable oil on your
Yeah.
toast.
So the reason why it's called butter flavor is because if
Yeah.
you use butter to oil a pan,
Yeah.
you're going to get that same flavor as the Pam cooking spray,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't have that dairy consistency that will allow you to put it on an actual dish.
Yeah. You know what? That was actually very insightful, and I thought there was gonna be like,
There's gonna be some joke.
I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, this will be funny, but then you're like, you actually knew.
Take it seriously.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Well, in
Yeah.
the future, do you want me to be funny or serious?
Well,
with
no,
that?
no.
So-
I mean, it's just like I'm glad I actually learned something. But what am I gonna
To
do
be
with all this
fair,
buttered
what
toast?
would be the joke to that?
I don't know. That's what improv is about. Like I set you up and then you spike it and like stuff like that.
He
well,
spiked
there
it.
is one notable difference. Is if you use Pam, it always lands butter side up.
What?
Yes. So if you have a piece of toast, put regular.
Can we
butter
try
it,
that
and
on a
then
person?
Pam. No, because it only works on bread and cats.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to make that same
So
joke.
we'll take
So
a
if
cat.
you put Pam on one side and then butter on the other, it'll
Yeah.
just spin continuously.
Oh.
I don't know why no one's used this for energy yet.
Perpetual motion.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Per Pam
If you throw a-
perpetual motion.
Now, if you throw a cat called Pam
Yes.
in the equation,
And
then it's Pam
spray it.
squared.
and give
Oh my
him
gosh.
Wow.
and give him
This is really
cat
deep.
wine.
Yeah. And give a cat wine. I see you have an
He will
entire
spin for a long time.
and be drunk. I see you have a whiteboard with the equation on there.
We're going from coal power to nuclear power with just cat wine.
Oh my god. That's
Love
a good
it.
point.
I love it.
Yeah.
How
and
is
then-
that a good point?
No, that's great. You're solving one problem at a time. Hear me
Well,
out
okay,
is
the
solving
global-
problems that no one has.
The global energy crisis can be solved with the overpopulation of cat problems.
Yes. Okay. So
It's
you're
very simple.
So you're saying kill all the cats?
No. So have you ever watched Codename Kids Next Door?
Obviously, every episode.
So the hamsters
Yeah. Oh,
just do
yeah.
that with cats and rabbits because there's such an overpopulation.
That's right. It's sort of a Flintstones approach to the problem, though.
But see,
well, no.
that's what happened
but
to all
see,
the dinosaurs.
Cats are much more difficult to get them. It's
To
much more
contain?
difficult.
Yeah, there's
to
some
get
sort
them
of
to
expression
walk.
about hurting cats, but there isn't one about hurting cats.
Is there an expression about hurting cats? Too many cats hurted?
No.
and
There's too many cooks in the kitchen. But
too
I-
many cats in
No,
the
you can't
prison?
hurt cats, but you can hurt them because there's more than one way to skin them. Apparently.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But
that.
why? That's not like a common
There's
thing to
multiple ways
skin.
to skin
them.
any
No.
animal, though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
What
where
about
did that
cool
saying come
cats?
from? Is the question.
Did some guy
Really
just like
disturbs cats.
no, just like what the first time someone used it, everyone was arguing about different ways to solve a problem. Like, well, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and everyone looked at it and was like, Roger,
Is that you?
what are you talking about?
Well, I assume it's.
Do you know what happened to my cat?
It's taxidermy. It's not like a thing that's not common.
When you
it's not
go
like
around
a weird thing.
when you go around like murdering animals, is that called freelance taxidermy?
Surprise taxidermy.
It's taxidermy.
If you're self-employed, then it is. But if you work for someone else, then it's not.
That's a good point. If you get paid for it.
Surprise taxidermy.
I'm an amateur taxidermist.
I haven't got paid yet.
That's gonna be my new job
No,
title.
no, this is what I
on
think
LinkedIn.
happened. This is what I. This is
I'm a
what I think happened
self-employed
when
improv
the first guy to invent that phrase is nobody really knew that there was more than one way to skin a cat before.
Yeah.
Or
I can
any
think of
animal.
I can think of at least
And
two
then-
ways right now.
And then the guy
Front
goes,
to back to front.
they're like,
No. Tail and then no tail.
Oh, jeez. You keep on putting way too much thought.
you know, that's why we bring the true Connor on podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
provides
you
the
a-
insight and wisdom that none of us have.
You ask me to
Okay.
improv, and I will improv.
Yeah.
All of those facts could have been completely false. You don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but you say it in such a way that
With
all of
such
us
conviction.
believe.
You know,
It's
so-
not about whether it's truthful. It's about how you
No,
say it
no.
to convince
Right.
people.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
because
imagine-
if you
About
say
conviction.
if you say it says gullible on the ceiling, no one's going to believe you. But if you say it with compassion,
Yeah.
With compassion?
With compassion, not conviction. Maybe
No,
a little bit of
compassion.
both.
yeah.
It says gullible on the ceiling. It's okay.
Don't you
It's gonna be all right, just
Everyone else
look.
can see it.
You idiot. I got you to look. Never trust a person again.
Oh man.
Yeah, so imagine you were the guy who knew, the one guy in the world that knew that there was more than one way to skin a cat. And that's how the phrase became so popular. The guy goes, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
I can leave you with one short
No way.
question,
Yeah.
if you would like.
Evan, do you have your cool segment?
That it's not cool. I need to get a better segment, but here's what I got so far.
I need new segments.
I do need a new segment. So, my question for all of you is, you know those suits from Mario that you can fly in? It's like the fox
The
thing.
Tanuki suit?
Tanuki suit.
Yeah.
Okay. You
thought
get
that
one of
was a
those
sauce.
suits, and you can actually fly for short periods of time.
Yeah.
But you have to wear that suit to every formal
Yes.
occasion. Are you going to do it?
Yes. Yes, I already own one and I don't fly and I wear it. Yes.
So basically the question is,
Everyone will think you're a furry.
would you become a furry for the ability to fly?
No.
Would you trade friendship for flying? And yes, and now I have the perfect means of getting away from them.
But it depends on how far and how high you can fly.
It's the same as the
Tanuki.
whatever Mario.
Oh, then that's not worth
Does it make the brrr noise when you do it too?
Sure.
No.
Oh. Well, which is it?
What if you get all of Mario's powers?
All of Mario's parts. Am I also?
Does that change the...
Yes, absolutely. If I can shoot fireballs, fly, and never die, then yes.
He doesn't die?
He can die.
Well, not
Well, he can
mushrooms.
He can
He
die,
said
but he
all of
comes
his
back to
powers.
life.
Oh, so I just you just go
No,
to the
you-
store and eat as many mushrooms as possible. It's like, yes, I can
I'm
live
going to
for
say
1,000
that's
years
a
now.
video
Huge.
game mechanic, not a Mario mechanic. I don't think in-universe Mario can die and come back to life. I feel like that's a video
Oh,
game
I
thing.
guess so. That probably makes sense.
But no other character can do that. All of the Toads die permanent deaths.
Well, what about Luigi?
Well, I think it's just because we're not
But he's
seeing it
also
from their
Mario.
point of view. I feel like if you're
I
playing
think
Toad
all-
in Super Mario, I feel like you do regenerate.
No, all of
afterwards.
the characters in Mario are immortal,
Yeah, because they can just regenerate at the beginning
except
of
for
the level.
Toads.
yeah.
Toads
and-
and like all the minions.
Yeah,
so
all the
like all the
minions.
main characters, Peach, Bowser, they can never die.
are Goombas and Toads?
Think about how many times Bowser has fallen into pits of lava.
Yeah, that's a good point. Are Goombas and Toads
They're related, yes.
they're related? So why? I feel like there's some sort of racial undertone.
Inbreeding.
That's the only difference between them. Yeah, when you inbreed enough, you lose your arms.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
And you get big
virus.
sharp teeth out of the bottom jaw.
you sounded scared there, Susan.
I am a little scared.
Why does that personally bother you?
Oh, I don't know. I just have too much experience with
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Not personally. Not personally.
No, you said personally.
That was the same person that said, let's keep this G-rated.
Yeah.
I was actually just saying that for myself.
You don't see that on the Teletubbies, do you?
No, you don't see inbreed. Well,
while.
maybe you do.
I don't think we ever answered
You know, it's been a
glitter
while
question.
since I've seen the Teletubbies. A lot has changed.
You know,
so we don't
Teletubbies
really
are
know.
pretty deformed. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
Let's just talk about the Nunu for a second. I mean, that thing.
I don't know what that is.
That's
the thing
that's
that-
That's a vacuum
This
thing?
goes
yeah.
and it slurps up the tubby custard that falls on the ground.
Yeah, I feel like
Well,
they're.
hear me out.
Okay.
The Teletubbies are actually McDonald's employees at the factory because they have that purple goo.
That is.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa, my mind is.
But I feel like.
Nuna's
Well,
just a
what about
Roomba.
What's the lore behind the baby son?
The sun baby? It's
The
Jesus.
son and the baby.
That is a really good point. I think it's like subliminal messaging.
I would say it's because our son is actually a very young son.
Ah, that's a good point.
Whoa, why are your answers always so wonderful?
Yeah, this is a different podcast.
I feel like I'm
You're too good
learning.
at this, Connor.
I'll do my own podcast where I do all of this.
Yeah, it's just, I'll cut out everything that you say in this one and make a separate podcast where it's just
Connor
you.
answers Yahoo questions.
Yeah. Are you the
I'd be
guy?
down for that.
Are you the guy?
No, we should do a segment where you type like the celebrities answer Google's most searched question, but it's just about the name Connor.
Are you the guy on Yahoo who's the top answer on all of them that starts out the answer well every single time? Whenever an answer on Yahoo starts with well, it's the wrong answer, and they take like 15 paragraphs just to say, in conclusion, I don't really know, but I could have Googled it and I didn't.
No, I'm the guy underneath that has negative reviews that actually has the right
answer. Yeah,
Would you love if Connor just made everything up on this podcast?
that would have no.
Okay, so the first question that we'd like you
Sounded
to answer
reasonable.
as a Connor,
Okay.
I typed in the words "does Connor,"
Does
and the
Connor.
first result was
boy.
"does Connor die?"
Well, that depends, honestly. If you're speaking about the mortal form, yes. If you're speaking about like the name or the connotations or the android version or the immortal form, no.
So, are you making a John Connors reference with the android thing, or are you admitting that you're an android?
I'm making a Detroit become human.
Oh,
with the
that Connor!
yeah.
Crap! Dang it!
Yeah,
Come on, Zach.
Yep. Sorry. There's too many Connors clearly.
deep cuts on this podcast.
Yeah. What's another Connor question?
What is Connor doing right now?
Right now, I'm on a podcast.
There we go.
Well,
Are you
I'm a-
on the podcast or are you in the podcast?
Well, the thing is, no one can see me.
so you
So
could
how
be
do we
in.
even know you exist?
Exactly.
You could be
Can we
under
talk
the
about
podcast.
that, you guys? Like invisible things
Yeah.
that we believe in?
Yeah.
You don't need to believe in ghosts because it's just Connor.
Oh.
We
All
have
ghosts
more.
are Connor.
I have one more. Is Connor alive?
That depends on your point of view.
It's 7 point of
Depends on your definition of alive.
If you're a fifth dimensional being, no.
Oh my god.
Wow, this is going places.
Jeez Louise.
You said
But
improvise.
the
Zach.
real
Yeah.
question is, does Connor live?
does Connor?
Absolutely not.
All right, let's wrap.
Yeah.
this
Well,
up.
that's gonna do it for us. Thank you for
We all have
listening.
to say thanks for hearing us out.
Yeah, you heard us now. You heard us out. Now you can see us out.
You can scream into the void, and we will hear your response.
That's where we live.
Or you can say mean things to Zach. DMs Zach mean things on Instagram.
No.
He will hear you out.
It's hashtag make Zach
No,
cry.
it's hear us out, not hear you out.
Oh.
We don't hear them out.
So I'm just here to hear you guys out.
No, our audience.
We don't hear them out.
Oh, okay.
That's why we don't have a. That's
It's
why
a
we
one-way
post it on
street.
Spotify, so that we
Yeah.
can't. So that we don't have a comments section.
Oh, that's a good point. But it is also on YouTube, so
Oof. We'll
yeah.
disable comments.
Disable comments. If you
We don't want to hear you out.
Want to leave a comment? Too freaking bad. That's not the concept of the show. When it's hear you out, then we'll do that.
Yeah.
And it'll just be dead quiet and us waiting for you to talk.
So you'll just look like somebody sitting alone.
Wait,
with their head.
let's leave like 15 seconds of silence so they can say something
Yeah.
to us right
so
now.
what we want you to do is, with your headphones on or in the car right now, we want you to just
Speak your mind.
Tell us
something you've never told
We are
anyone.
hearing you out. We are hearing you out right now.
That was really stupid.
Wait,
know, I
wait,
really-
let them finish. I'm hearing them out.
It's too bad.
There's a reason why you're not on the podcast, didn't we?
I just wanted to say you should feel understood. And everyone
That's why we have
experiences that
guests.
sometimes.
That's why we have guests. We are so indifferent. We
Yeah.
hate me, at Zach and Evan. We hate all of you. But the
That's
guests
not
understand.
See,
Well-
I love everybody because everybody can become a Connor.
Legally, you change your name to Connor today. Bye.
Thanks for hearing us.
Thank you.
out.
Thank you, Connor and Susie, for being on
And
the
everybody
podcast.
say goodbye to the penguins.
Yeah.
This
Bye.
is the last time you'll ever hear them
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Or sober.
Bye, cat wine.
All right.
And
Bye.
Chipotle.
Nice.
Say bye
And use
bye.
your glitter responsibly.